Hey everyone, camera's really weird. Can't figure it out. But we're digging into the Sun Tzu Art of War. We are in the tactical disposition section. Okay. He wins his battle by making no mistakes. Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, for it means conquering an enemy that is already defeated. Hence, the skillful fighter puts himself into position which makes defeat impossible, and does not miss the moment for defeating the enemy. So the way I take that is maybe terrain, right? As in you have proper reinforcements that will help it fortify you so that you won't be defeated as easy. Thus, it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterwards looks for victory. Okay, so like somebody who's not truly a good strategist, after the battle is won, they try to see where the victory was won. When a good strategist sees ahead of time, that's our pocket, that's our spot, this is how we're gonna win. Okay. The consummate leader cultivates the moral law and strictly adheres to method and discipline. Thus, it is in his power to control success. Cool. In respect of military method, we have firstly measurement, secondly estimation of quantity, third calculation, fourthly balancing of chances, fifthly victory. So the military method is a 5-step path to victory. Measurement owes its existence to earth, estimation of quantity to measurement, calculation to estimation of quantity, balancing of chances to calculation, and victory to balancing of chances. A victorious army opposed to a routed one is as a pound's weight placed in the scale against a single grain. Well, that's okay. The onrush of conquering force is like the bursting of pent-up waters into a chasm, 1,000 fathoms deep. So much for tactical disposition. So the onrush, so like when the enemy is coming in so forcefully, so it's like the bursting of water, so the bursting of the dam is just flooding over. It's just like, whoa. That's been displayed in a lot of movies. Okay, now we're on the energy section. Sun Tzu said, "The control of a large force is the same principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers." Okay. Fighting with a large army under your command is no wise different from fighting with a small one. It is merely a question of instituting sign and signals. Ah, maybe he has a point there. So even if you have a small one, it's not like just because it's small, you're going to be like, hey, attack him on the left. And then the enemy's like, they're coming on the left. But then if it's a big one, you would think, okay, well, we have to make signs. But he's saying here, no, when you have somebody have the torch and then they go like, or someone go like, or someone lights the bonfire, or they release a bird, or whatever secret signs they have. So even if you have a small force or a large force, the energy can be controlled if you have the proper signals and signs instituted. Cool. To ensure that your whole host may withstand the brunt of the enemy's attack and remain unshaken, this is affected by maneuvers, direct and indirect. Okay. Kind of obvious. That the impact of your army may be like a grindstone dashed against an egg. This is affected by the science of weak points and strong. Okay, so that's a dark image, but kind of grind like a grindstone, like to an eggshell, just like. But you have to do it. You have to pick out the strong points and the weak points. In all fighting, the direct method may be used for joining battle, but indirect methods will be needed in order to secure victory. Okay, yeah. So the direct method is like, Okay, Legion 12 is going to advance to the rear of the enemy, and that is a direct, like, contact, like, right? But indirect could be like, maybe go light their ships on fire, right? Maybe go light their storage grain sheds on fire, right? Because remember, this is ancient times before like bombs were invented. Indirect tactics, efficiently applied, are inexhaustible as heaven and earth, unending as the flow of rivers and streams. Like the sun and moon, they end but to begin anew. Like the four seasons, they pass away to return once more. Okay, so indirect tactics, so those are opportunities can just endlessly present themselves, basically, which is very true. Because your enemy, remember he said previously, your enemy provides oftentimes the solution to their own defeat. You just have to be smart enough to see it. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combination of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, so like sour, salty, sweet, stuff like that, yet combinations of them yield more flavors than can ever be tasted. In battle, there are not more than 2 methods of attack, the direct and indirect, yet these 2 in combination give rise to endless series of maneuvers. That's true. The indirect and indirect, the direct and the indirect lead on to each other in turn. It is like moving in a circle, you never come to an end. Who can exhaust the possibilities of their combination? The onset of troops is like the rush of a torrent which will even roll stones along in its course. That's true. Especially if you're coming down a hill and your army's just like thunder, 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 and the ground will vibrate and even the stones will roll down the hill. It's a very good imagery. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. Therefore, the good fighter will be terrible in his onset and prompt in his decision. That is intense, right, family? Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. When you put the crossbow in and you pull it back, okay? And then the decision is when you're like, got it. Amid the turmoil and tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder, and yet no real disorder at all. Amid confusion and chaos, your array may be without head or tail, yet it will be proof against defeat. Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline. So like simulated, meaning as in fake disorder, appears to be, perfect discipline. Simulating disorder, so faking disorder, can actually be used to be as perfect discipline. Simulated fear postulates courage. Simulated weakness postulates strength. So you can feign confusion, you can fake confusion, but you have to have the first discipline, you have to have courage. Okay? And if you want, so weakness postulates strength. So if you appear to be weak, but you're actually strong, can confuse your enemy and work to your advantage. Hiding order beneath the cloak of disorder is simply a question of subdivision. Concealing courage under a show of timidity presupposes a fund of latent energy. Masking strength with weakness is to be affected by tactical dispositions. Okay, so concealing courage, so making it seem like you're shy, so timidity, shy, okay? Of later energy. And masking strength with weakness is to be affected by tactical disposition, so it's a tactical mirage to appear, to mask your strength with weakness, so you can appear bigger than you are. Interesting. Thus, one who is skillful at keeping the enemy on the move maintains deceitful appearances according to which the enemy will act. He sacrifices something that the enemy may snatch at it. By holding our bait, he keeps him on the march. Then, with a body of picked men, he lies in wait for him. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals. Looks to the clever combatant, so the smart person who's coming against you, they look to the effects of the combined energy and doesn't require too much from individuals. Hence his ability to pick out the right men and utilize combined energy. When he utilizes combined energy, his fighting men become, as it were, like unto rolling logs or stones. So the force and that comes down. For it is the nature of a log or stone to remain motionless on level ground and to move when on a slope, if four-cornered, to come to a standstill, but if round-shaped, to go rolling down. Thus, the energy developed by good fighting men is as the momentum of a round stone rolled down a mountain thousands of feet in height. So much on the subject of energy. Alright, that's the end of the energy section. I mean, we learned a lot. Fantastic. So basically, good generals and fighters will know how to maximize energy for their benefit and for the detriment of their enemy. Fascinating.